Hey guys, I hope you're having a delightful day. My name is Dee, and today we are going to find some new sea turtles and get them breeding. I would love to have a really nice one to go underwater sea cave exploring with. And I know I already did a video on how to tame them, but it wasn't a good level. It was just to get our feet wet, and I really want more of them. So we are on our center map today, and we are gonna go and try to find a breeding pair. So let's get to it. If you haven't seen, this is our center base. It's got the kind of saloon feel to it. It's called the Raging Dodo. You can see all of our artifacts up there. We've got our little water tower up there. We've got barns, stables, the forge, all kinds of fun things. But we are going to focus on the turtle real quick, so let's get going. Alright, let's get this show on the road. We got our trusty little scary fish. Got a couple points we can put into him. He's going to be awesome for this. So as y'all know, the Extra Life Day is coming up soon on November 2nd. And I really hope y'all will join me that day. We are going to have all kinds of shenanigans going on, and it should be a lot of fun. So if you want to pick which dinos we tame, or how we tame them, what their name is, which map we're on, please be sure to join us on November 2nd for our first ever live stream. And also note that 100% of the donations will be going to charity that day. You can also donate early on the link below. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys there. Alright guys, as you can see, we have found a 150 female. We are so close to taming it. This is going to be just perfect. She's even got the +2 to inherit health robust trait. It has been a bit of a pain to try to tame this one. I had to clear a bunch of stuff away from it the first time. I accidentally hit the moza with her once while I was mid-tame a couple minutes ago, and so we had to leave. And as you can see, and things like this happen, and that's what I get for not paying attention. Let's try this again and see. Hopefully we've cleared everything. Yeah, taming these is a little bit harder than I had worried it would. Thankfully, this 150 seems to be pretty tanky. It's got a good bit into health. I wouldn't mind a bit more into health, to be honest. Trying to keep an eye out for everything. Alright, come on. Last one. I'm begging you here. You can do it. Just get hungry. I've got all the kibble you could ever want. Even got a cryopod with your name on it. I should have grabbed a couple extra. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's be friends. I just want to be your best friend. BFF. Come on. Get hungry. Please? Oh, thank goodness. 50 points into health. Oh yeah. 42 into stam, 44 into weight, 37 to attack. This is our shining star. For sure. You just have so much stuff on you. So we're getting kind of low. We might want to go ahead and head back to the house. At least for a moment. Because we are probably going to need... Oh, we got a little chibi. Probably going to need more scuba gear. Yeah, well, if I see a turtle, I'm going to... Or a good turtle anyway, I'm gonna do it. Turns out I needed to restart the server because we hadn't actually updated it from when turtles got added anyway. The turtles are pretty interesting because you have to be... Look out, Basil. You have to be in a certain... Well, not even water. They can't go out of the water, so... The range for looking for them is a lot more extensive than for most creatures. But with our very own 150, we are going to be doing amazing. Oh, good. And we got a level. Oh, nice. We can get the Tesla coil. Let's see. Auto turret. Where is the auto turret? Let's make sure we got the saddle. There we go. Perfect timing, apparently. May have to do the Tesla coil thing later, but we can at least make the saddle, so perfect timing. Hey, buddy. Wonder if you can eat biotoxin. I'll give you one just to... So cool. We got so lucky with that. Alright, so I'm going to put a couple of these things up, repair my gear, and then we will be back out there. Alright, let's put him a little further this way. Or her, excuse me. All the food she could want. I forgot about the algae stuff. Good, we'll leave that on her. Interesting. That's still really cool. Okay, now we need to find a good level male. Let's see what we can do. I don't think they're normally too deep. They seem to go between shallow and mid. Usually I seem to find them when it's a little bit on the shallower end. My spyglass sees it, but I don't. Where'd the turtle go? Okay, still a turtle up this way. She's got pretty good weight. There shouldn't hopefully be much else around. Health isn't too bad too, but I'm not sure we're gonna get above 50 all that easily. We're getting way too close to those guys. Alright, definitely gonna get rid of that trait, but I have high hopes for better weight, which would be really nice. Still need a couple more cryopods, but I'll just bring her back and I'll make some while we're back at home. Come on, get hungry. You know you want to. It says you're hungry. There we go. 45, 44, 52 stamina. I am very glad we got her. Okay, let's head back to the house real quick. We'll add her to the other one and maybe take a quick break to make a few more cryopods. We seem to be doing fairly well on this turtle taming today, thankfully. I wish this 145 was a male, but, you know, I will take it. Just gotta get ready to have a beach full of turtles. Now, I can't wait to see the baby turtles, that's for sure. Alright, so we have a 45 into health, 52 points into stamina. We have 44 points into weight and 35 points into attack on the new one. The other one is 50 points into health, so a little bit better health. 42 points into stamina, which is less than the new one, so nice. 44 points into weight, which is the exact same, and 37 points into melee. So this one has a much better stam, so combining those two will be awesome. Okay. Alright, let's go find that male. I know I said I was going to make more cryopods, but I'm too excited to get these guys to start breeding. I should still be okay. I do want to take one of those too. We'll see what we can do. We keep going to the right, so let's try to the left this time. A 95. I mean, we could. It's not as good as the girls, but could be worse. It's got some blue in him. I think I'm gonna go for it. We've already got two very good females, and I really want to start breeding them so we can see what they're all about. Really? What is with this health frail thing? I'm glad I got one with health robust. Come on, let me be a friend. I've got some lovely ladies for you back at home. I know you want to. There we go. We have a male with a terrible trait. I do kind of want to do trait hunting for these guys. I think that would be pretty fun. Let's get your trait. Maybe you can follow us home. I honestly don't know, but we're gonna try. 23% into melee though. I mean, I wouldn't mind if that bumped up to like 40 something. Just saying. Not bad coloring. Oh, that's an alpha meg. That's not good. Come on, buddy. Nom nom nom. It says you're hungry. There we go. Let me grab your trait real quick. Just in case bad things happen. Yeah, I figured you about that. Back home. Alright, so we got 50 into health, 42 stamina, 44 weight, and 29 attack. So not bad, but not the best. Doesn't look like any mutations, but that's okay. I do eat fish, right? Like I'm not crazy. I guess that is something that we need to know. What do you eat then? Do you eat biotoxin? So they need to be in the water. Will you eat food now? That also is not making the food go up. Okay, we'll figure this out. So the babies can hatch on land, but need to be transferred into the water immediately. I wonder if they just eat biotoxin. That would be interesting. Alright, so we got some biotoxin. Oh yeah, you don't need anything. We'll get some berries. So yes, while they can hatch on land, it looks like they get the land lubber ability, which makes them start taking damage if you're not careful. Will you eat that? You will. They don't want fish meat. Will you eat biotoxin? You will. Alright, so they eat berries or biotoxin, which means I need to put a different food on the other ones. These guys are just so cute. Oh, that's right. I need to go find a feeding trough. I think I have one already. I guess I didn't. I thought I had an extra. That's okay. We can easily make another one. So 600 fiber, 200 metal, 850 hide, and 250 wood. So a little expensive, but I mean, not bad. Especially not bad for all the amazingness that it does. Let's make sure you're close by. So I'm guessing you're gonna want to swim. Aw, you're so cute. Alright, come back over here and join your family. So apparently they need to stay in the water until they grow up, maybe? It is very odd. How are we doing? We seem okay. Although y'all do seem to be going through berries like it's nobody's business. Okay, while we're waiting on those guys, let's go see about this sushi, because I would really like to see what it takes to make it. So, 20 algae for just one. Interesting, we need white coloring, raw prime fish meat, and long grass. Thankfully, we have these nice refrigerators here to keep this in a good state. And oddly, we don't need fish meat, which I find very odd. So the white coloring, I believe we can get from regular berries, white coloring, narco and stimulant. That is so weird, but we can get that fairly easily. Double check. 20 of the algae, raw prime fish meat is gonna be the odd one. But all we need to do is go find a leads and we'll be fine. And I'd like to be on the lookout for another good turtle anyway. What is this one? I didn't look at it before I picked it up. So a 204 male. Not bad, but you know, oddly we don't need the fish meat. I do actually want some extra cryopods. I'm gonna put the theory a bit closer to them to make sure that something doesn't attack the babies, as well as this guy too. I'd like for him to be a buffer between the water and whatever else wants to get the babies. Actually, if we want to get quite a bit of algae, we should probably leave out the female ones. Alright, well I'll do that. I don't know if the turtles will show up red or not. Basically, my Microraptor is a holographic one, and so it'll show up red for anything that could attack me, and purple is max level. And since the dolphins show up red, I'm guessing the turtles will too. And there's a turtle. Level 20, 45. Eatable food. Alright, let's try again. Looks like the turtles do come up as red, which will be very helpful for us making sure that we don't pass them up. And it seems like they spawn with some jellyfish nearby, or it seems to be a common thing to at least have some jellyfish in the vicinity, which is interesting. Helpful, but interesting. Yeah, see? I don't know, it's just weird to me. It doesn't seem to be every jellyfish spot unless they were killed off, but it seems like more often than not, plant bearing. I'm okay. It's not too much plant bearing under the water. Turtle, ooh, a 130. Has definite promise, food robust, but, I mean, it is a 130. It could turn out really well for us. Let's kill off a few things first. Food robust isn't too necessary, but he's got some good stats that could turn out really well for us. So yeah, there does seem to be a correlation between jellyfish spawning and the turtle spawning. So you should be able to look for or check most of the jellyfish places and more times than not actually find a turtle. As long as it hasn't been eaten or something already. I think this guy has good coloring. It's a little hard to tell under the water, but the color palette looks like to probably be dark with a bit of blue in it, which I am very happy about. Alright, buddy, come on. One more bite. Come on. You know you want to. Nice. Kind of mid across the board, though I think it is a slightly higher melee, so I'm good with it. Alright, so jellyfish and a 150 turtle. Quit eating the stupid kibble. Doesn't seem to be much around. We're gonna have a bunch of nice turtles. Slow metabolism. It's got a lot of potential though. I just realized they don't have an oxygen stat. Very nice. I'm definitely gonna need to build a turtle sanctuary. Alright, you guys, we finally did it. We finally got our very own turtle. So we had a little bit of an issue. I tried to let the babies raise up overnight, and they both died. It didn't say that anything killed them, but I'm guessing something spooked them and they crawled up on land. So, just so you know, the babies will crawl up on land if they are scared, and because they need to be underwater when they're growing, it will kill them. I had lost all of the traits that I had on the earlier baby, so I went out and got some new ones. We have Cowardly 2, Fast Learner, Inherent Melee Mutable, Quick Hitting, and Numb 2. So not bad. So we're going to use this guy to mess around a little bit. But first, I wanted to check and see if we got any more eggs. I wanted to check and see how these guys did when hatched on a Gigantoraptor. Actually, let me check these 3 real quick. Okay, we got a 203. Ooh, a 240 in there. Very nice. Look at those stats. Yes, we will definitely keep the 240. And the other one is a 214. Actually, I do want to keep him 2 because he's got the 49. Oh wait, no, I think he's supposed to have 52. Never mind. So yes, we will definitely hatch up this one. Because the babies have to grow up in the water, I was curious what would happen to them while on a Gigantoraptor. So we are going to check that out real quick. I'm going to grab a little food to put on this one because you do need to have food on them while they're raising up. Alright, we got one. It can be in the slot. Looks like it is getting the landlubber issue. So there is a very good chance that you can't raise them on the Gigantoraptor. I am curious though. What about now? It is technically in the water. We got health going up, food is going up. If the landlubber thing goes away, that will be interesting. We're still in the range of the trough. Now what happens is when that countdown goes down, or gets to 0, the landlubber turns red if it's not in the water, and they do start taking damage. So we really want to make sure we don't do that. Alright. Real quick, while we're waiting on that, there is one other thing I want to do. We actually got all of the ingredients required for the sushi, so I'm going to show that here. Okay, so we need the algae. Actually, we need long grass, and we need prime fish meat. And we need the white food coloring, or white dye, I guess. You can get the white dye by combining 6 narco and 6 stimulant. Make sure you have it on, just craft that or you'll craft a whole bunch of things as well. You can get the prime fish meat from a few different sources. I got mine from a Leeds. So we need 20 algae, 10 long grass, 3 prime fish meat, and 1 white coloring. So, whoops. So let's get all of these in there. Okay, and we can make 5. So what this says is incredibly nutritious sushi that allows any dino will love. Using this on a taming dino to boost some lost, or use this on a taming dino to boost some lost taming effectiveness. But where did the rice come from? That is pretty funny. So not bad. I think we can make a little more. Let's get a little more of the fish meat. I wasn't sure exactly how many of these we could make, so I got about 50 of the raw prime fish meat. Yeah, it looks like 3 more. So 8's not bad. So we have about an hour with it, just an hour inventory. Let's put all this back. And we have a whole lot of time with it in the refrigerator, which is nice. Okay, leave that alone for a minute. Let's go check on our baby and see if I kind of cheesed it a little bit. I'm not sure I would recommend leaving it like that, but it is kind of interesting to see if that will work or not. It does appear to have worked. So yes, you can stand your Gigantoraptor in the water to keep the baby from getting the negative buff, which is quite funny. Alright, so it should be okay for a minute. I've got a whole army of these guys out and about because I'm trying to collect as much algae as possible. Okay, where are we on the 240? Almost. All right, so we're gonna leave them for now. Let's go test out a Archelon with an imprint bonus of 100%. So yes, I would not leave these guys unattended unless you have a specific area built for them to keep stuff away from them, just because they can accidentally kill themselves by beaching themselves. So be very aware of that. Okay. Wow. That is... holy cow. That's not bad. Very nice. Okay, okay. We got quite a bit of biotoxin. We barely lost any health from that. These guys do some serious damage to jellyfish. I'm not sure I've ever seen... Oh, wait. We have a buff. What buff is this? Jellyfish Killer. Outgoing damage increased by 150%. Incoming damage reduced by 25%. Plus we have the imprinting affinity. Wow. Okay, so while riding these guys, you want to go around and just eat as much jellyfish as possible, because you are going to get some serious buffs from that. I can see why these guys are a little bit harder to tame or to raise, because they are quite tanky and their damage isn't that bad either. We just have to make sure we're eating jellyfish. We are a little slower than I like, but I have been running around on the Moses, so it shouldn't surprise me. Now, it does look like the squiddies can pick them up, so we definitely have to be careful about that. Honestly, I would love to get an Ascendant saddle for this guy. Let me see if I can look up exactly what color you need for that. Okay, it looks like yellow drops are what you need. Well, that's for the mod. Well, in theory before it was yellows, so when I find one, I will definitely update this and let y'all know. But I did notice also that these guys in the wild spawn next to jellyfish anyway, so be aware of that. You can look for the lights of the jellies at night and see if you can spot them a little bit easier. It's not 100% of the time, but it's enough to help. Okay, so we're gonna be a little dumb. See how we do against these guys. 20 and 15. Okay, 138. So this is without the buff. Even with just our basic saddle, they're not doing much damage to us at all. Looks like they do have a pretty wide bite range, which is nice. Yeah, that wasn't much of an issue. Now, I'm not sure I would take on like a Moza or a Squiddy with this guy, but for most of your underwater needs, this is pretty awesome, as well as cave exploration. Oh, I forgot I can pick all this stuff up from the old base. So yeah, this is not bad. There's some jellies. We're definitely gonna go chomp on them. I have to say I'm really happy with this addition. It seems like a very nice dino to add to the game. So yeah, we got that buff again. It looks like it lasts for about 80 seconds, which is nice. Oh, what's that? Oh, it got past 80. Maybe it's 90 seconds? Or perhaps the more jellies you eat, the higher it gets. There's some more. Let's go check it and see if we can get above 90. Oh, there's a 130. Nice. So yeah, we got almost 90. I don't think we bit the female, but I could be wrong. Excuse me. Oh, no, we did. Bagged her on accident. My bad. 34 points into weight, though. That is astounding. So the buff is when we get hit. Oh, numbed and cowardly. Oh, okay. So that's from our traits. So yeah, I would say cowardly is not too bad of a choice to have on here, because it actually lets you go a bit faster when you're getting hit. So as far as traits go, cowardly and numb, I'd say, are definitely up there. Although it does have a very high food, so I think fatty would be another one that I would definitely recommend for these guys. Give it a little extra oomph. We do seem to be outpacing the megalodons, which is really nice. So yeah, I'd say as long as you're careful, having these guys for your underwater explorations is not a bad idea. I'm not sure I'm brave enough to take it against a Moza, but maybe I'll have to do that soon. I would like a few more babies up and about, as well as getting all of our random stats put on one turtle before we get going. Before we get that brave, at least. The algae is pretty interesting. It goes over time, and the more or the longer you let it build up, the more green your turtle becomes. which I kind of like and I kind of don't, because I like to be able to see the colors of the turtles, but it is a pretty unique and interesting indicator that the algae is ready to be harvested. And I will say you really need to be careful when you're raising this, guys, because they do need a lot of food. I am very impressed with this guy. I think it's worth it to take the time and effort to get these guys leveled up as well as get some nice traits on them, depending on what you want to use them for. Let me see how our babies are doing. Yeah, still no landlubber. How are you? Okay, you're gonna need a little more food. Looks like when they hatch, they purposely get the landlubber debuff. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out just because I really don't want anything to happen to her. So we want to make sure that she stays under the water and still has access to the trough as soon as she can. So yeah, just a word of caution, just keep an eye on them when you are raising them up, because it does not take much to accidentally kill them. And these are on the higher breeding rates as well, and raising up rates. So I honestly can only imagine what it's like for someone who's either on, you know, official servers, regular rates. That is a lot to take in. All right. We got plenty of berries now. But yeah, I'm pretty glad that we went ahead and took the time to get a little breeding area up and going. Alright, it looks like we still don't have the landlubber debuff on him, so I'm going to keep an eye on this one throughout its raising process to see if we can kind of cheese it, because if they're on the Gigantoraptor, as long as we put that on passive, it should stay right where we want it to, and the babies can't run away and get on land. Alright, you guys, we have some Archelon breeding done. You've gotten to learn all kinds of things from my mistakes. We've gotten to see just how awesome these guys are when they're imprinted, or even when they're not. Some of the best ways to find them, what they eat when they're babies, the best way to keep them alive, hopefully. I hope you guys have a delightful day. My name is Dee, and I'll catch y'all in the next episode.